Did you know when you join the broadcast, and you know what? Whilst I'm in this place, in the darkest place like this, it's always been like that, where you have people that are in the house or in this most place as whatever you call it. I don't want to give it a name when it's already something you need to even inquire or learn about before you know what is supposed to be spoken. The same person who has been picking up the things, he woke up again. Even when he's in the sleep, that's when they wake him up in the sleep to come and pick up things to rob persons like myself. And I don't really look at why you spare that thing. Somebody who is close and we just share a partition in the Piotr factory and he woke up again to come and watch. Every time he does a time like this, of course, that's how they be monitoring. So what time indeed you want to say somebody get changed, or you just simply have to destroy? If you don't destroy the vessel with the flesh and blood that is corrupt from that womb which never raised life, if you don't destroy it, so it is. When it moves from one person, it comes to you next, and you understand. I don't spare such people when I am not their brotherhood nor friend. Of course, what do you even call a brotherhood? When you are on the spiritual journey, you don't meet any demon and call it your brother. You don't meet anything that is law breaking your brother. Of course, the road is what they call is brotherly. So you don't have even anybody calling it brother. You don't call anybody sister, except you came with your own, and that you know if you're a star and you know what is another star or a class of 7 generation stars. Which one will be the one that they are also with? There's 6 other stars. Why do you think I have to sit here and then he come and watch myself, do my thing, and he comes always to spy to know if I'm asleep? Like this is what I do normally, and then they come and pick up the things. Not that sometimes I will be really sleepy that I'm working. Sometimes there's a break and something I need to work on, or sometimes I have to just meditate on. And in that thought process, then they come in with their own family, and they've been sending each other like that. People who are married to somebody in the house, and from another man to jumping over this, they are the same people who do this because they work with these things who are underage, but you think they're underage. You think there's any spiritual person or demon that you think is a small person? What is in that person is older than already the flesh. So when the flesh is also in the most generation of such persons, then they are old indeed. Which the Bible give no warrant for anyone like that underage or overage. You just gotta go. Do you know what they've done several times? It's on their live. You are seeing what they do. I posted every day on every single day what they have carried away from us. If that would be, I would have not nothing to broadcast. But even sitting here not eating, only tea, Milo tea, and that's what has kept myself going today. But you saw the cloud nest again. I don't understand when you don't understand. But when I make understanding available, why not understand the rule and the law? You allow somebody to be entering into a house or a gate or an office of a military bond, of a service and nation highest person. Do you think there's anybody on this earth who is highest? I'm the one on this earth. That's why I told you when I begin to break that which it is giving you to do, which nobody care about. When I begin to do it, this world, you can't stand it. It is my own good that made you think you have anything you are worshiping. But when I begin to deal with the situation the way it is, then you have it. And the world war and the war. Does that mean I've gone to the war with any weapon? You do this and you didn't know who to do it to. And you think it should be to what? The Lord Himself or who? Then I have to tell you, if you're disobedient and my obedience rather punish myself, then I have to authoritatively tell you I'm not in somebody's owe nor obey. It's my authority on this earth and in heaven. It is myself. I haven't carried somebody's ghost onto this earth to be heard, a lesson teach or taught. It is rather the new world and the new kingdom and the rule, not underwater to come and teach water. You already know water. Do you agree? You see, whilst I'm talking, he has gone to turn off the light from the switch because the switch had passed in that place he sleep. So he has gone to what? Disconnect the cable again. You see what a person like this is doing? All because when they want to do wrong thing, they do it in the most success, and then you are out. The same person they are looking at as nothing. When you tell them not to do it, you see that they're going to do another wrong thing. Do you see that he's going to turn off the light? He has gone to disconnect the cable so that you will be telling me somebody is underwater. If he's underwater, come to this place and see what he's doing. A family of Ewe people that I don't know. How can NKONYA be Ewe? A nation was given a loan. So whilst I'm talking, people who are watching, you are listening. And where somebody, a beast ugly, demon ugly to his family, who never school, they've made him like something, a snake. He doesn't go out. When he goes out, then he goes out there to rob somebody. When they arrest them, and then they leave the people to be fools again. So you think this is the level? They can't operate anywhere on my length when I'm not in this place. What I'm watching is the law. Is there anyone watching to know myself certified nation? And you don't care about the happening. You think I should do something to him before you know what I am. That very time we will do something. You have no idea. Even today, you don't know what has happened. Let's end the broadcast here. Because he has turned off the place. It is the Ewe people who have been making people dead. So when you are having life, because the generation they came from is the dead issue. Almost everyone, but theirs is the snake issue. You don't need it because earth connected. That's why they do people fools, madness. They are the one who carry the madness. So when you entertain them, then you are seeing the result of things you have never witnessed. But if you are far away, you don't see them as they are. Do you see what I'm saying? So they are the one who are making you fool. And you think there's somebody somewhere who is the Lord and Son of a God. This is the local level. These are the people who are making you the dead. They are making you the fool at the age because they are from the age of death. So they are continuing since they don't learn, so they don't know what gives life or what even has life than the language they speak, which is the corruption. Oyalo, Chiane, Oilata, Oibeke. That's my language. I don't speak anybody's language. Of course, they don't have language. If an angel did not come from you to do such things to this level, who would you want to tell a language? It's a language to maybe you think it's a language. What does the language communicate in life even? Even your home robbery, you couldn't control it. You see that I was just saying that he stood up to come and watch myself here as I'm in silence. He just woke up. So somebody has been waking him to do the wrong thing. But they don't wake him to know when to pray or meditate or keep the law as we came doing. You see what it is? Because their parents are like that. None of them come from my blood. So that you talk of what? Having an Ewe brother. I don't have any brother anyway called Ewe. Because it is not even brotherhood that made what they are seeing. It is after coming to serve and work in Accra, in Medina branch, a manager of company, and I have to reassign for my work because at my interview session, they have asked me, where would I be maybe in 4 years' time before the employment and interview session, all these several sessions. And I said, well, I'll go out there and complete my mission by building temple, mansions unto the Lord. So it's my own word. That brings all that I'm doing again. That is what the witness is on my file with the companies I've worked for. So what I'm saying is my own word which returns. But when you think somebody is prophesying it, that is what a reminder. But who did resign? It's myself who resign and reassign. So resignation is simply what? A sign of a nation, a resign of nation. You see, I sign up again to like a label if you're a musician, a label you break away from and resign again. That is it. So it's just a certificate to say, have re-signed or reconnect to what? Where I've left off. Because I came only to work a little, to make a little earning, to give myself a stay in Accra, since I didn't come to what? People that claim my family members. No, I didn't come to my family members because my family members, they live in their homes for all the years they were birthed. But I never travel with any of them. That's why it's my own coming. That is what my own home or my own coming. I didn't come to settle in anybody you want to say is my family in blood, as you want to think. But it is what I what? The tribe who begot somebody from my teaching so that profit from education or career. That's the only thing we can talk about. I don't have any brotherhood, blood, or communication, whatever. So that if somebody goes to take a loan or go and take money or make blood money, I don't come to pay on their behalf the price, which you don't know what you've done. They sold somebody's good to you to be robbing it, to pay off somebody. Is that right? Have I ever taken loan that you may pay on my behalf, or the Lord is the one who prophesy or who speak to somebody to tell my good work that he knows it? So is this work not about my work? Is it fraudster? Is it a star that is fraud? So when you say fraudster, you are just saying a star that is what? Fraud. You should know it. And when it comes to another level, you don't have to rob. Do you agree with what I'm saying? So that not just simply saying star, but the stars may be also with corruption. That's why you search in them or from among them. When you have the light, this is the doing. You keep the rule. I have no brother who have gone into any bloodshed, blood money that I have the direct route with myself. There's nobody called a brother who is direct with my parents. It's a branch of somebody, but we don't have the same womb. So that is not what you count. That womb issue is the main. I came from a universe different. To tell you I rule over the world, that's myself who came accordingly. We are not giving birth to any religion or tribe or any Bible past or Quran, whatever. No. You would live to see when it is happening, what I'm doing, and what the Spirit is doing in the situation. And I'm the one who brings understanding. That's why you have sometimes understanding spirit to even know when to do this and when not to do. I don't have any brotherhood with somebody. If I have anything talking about, is US. US talk about great again. So I was the one great one. So that when they say great again, it means the great things they have lost, the Lord returned to them. It won't be, you don't know the apple and eat fruit and issue. You don't know it. And when I came, you have made things as if you are the Persia. Who are you a Persia? Even the word Persia doesn't come with what they try to understand in the scripture. It is simply ourselves, where you rule as a king, where you stop somebody from going on like you do it. And I don't have to do the same. You see that the same person that you've warned not to do what is wrong, he does it. He doesn't even know he's been taken to police station, and then the police have given a rule. And what the police can tell him to come and tell us is that they say whatever he wished to do, that he can do. That's what they came and told us in the house. The same person, when he was in the scene, that you confront him, because we know when you take it to police station, they'll give a rule. Those rules in the south or detain that don't go continue this anymore. That when anybody should bring you again in the same case, similar case, then you know where you will be taken. That is beyond the level you were given first. Whether underage or no age, there is no age issue when you sin. So we end it here. I don't have any brother who is underage. Somebody 40 and 30 issue with my 38 and 40 and issue. And you are talking about somebody who is what? Below 20. Where is below 20? Who gave birth to them? I don't have any brother who claims saying anything because they don't even talk to myself nor take my word. If you have anybody who, if you know, let's say on Tema motorway, when you drive, you should know what rule is driving the speed and the rule. So that you can tell me about maybe your minor road, how it is being used. I'm not a God. You have a God and corrupt. Go and solve it. I am Sylvester, Sunday, January. You want to see myself? How we sleep and you don't want us to sleep and you do things. That very day will turn to the night and darkness. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, I've shown you many light, handsomeness. Yes, must be glowing with light. Yeah, that's all right. So that you won't go and kill my brother that is over 40 years. You don't know, my brother that is what different mother is the reason we can't be as you think it. But that's the witnesses who can be, so that you don't judge us by one womb. And that is what you've done, and you break away, and you took him the long, long, long time since birth, and he never came until he was around 8. He was around 8, 9, and I was around 7, thereabout. That was the only time. Even there was the loudest cry like the cock crew when they had to bring him. Only one evening, even that very day I had to see him. He came around 4, but at the time I see him in our own father's home. That was the day I have to meet him for the first time since birth. That was the only time we met for just about 5 minutes. Even we were standing pillars. He didn't enter the room. I'm the one who came out of the room, the quarters which is on my channel. That's the house in which he came. So if he was as that person, he would have known. And we stood out there, 3 of us. We were all like male, male, male. There was no woman there apart from the father's, mother. So that's how I say it. Because that's the person who led the person to the place. That person was also called the same name. Like, this is the reason you see the 2 flower and myself flower. Look at how we've come to work a world. What else are we supposed? There we tell them we even make what we are. No. That's why we like and forever we like. We work every place in the world, in the visible, invisible, in earth, and with whom itself. That's it.